Okay, today we are here with Anna to do our Get to Know the Healer video. Thank you so much for joining us, and we will get right into the questions. So, the first question I have for you is could you please tell us more about who you are and your personal touching story?
So, my name is Anna Macko, and my personal touching story is healing entrepreneurs so that they can get the highest return on investment. Whether that is teaching them how to have discernment by learning how to read a face so that they can sell to a client the way that they want to be sold, or if it's aligning marketing and sales strategies that feel good that are actually going to get them more money.
It actually sounds really cool. I never thought of it that way. And could you then share with us your educational and training background?
I my education includes I attended Maryville University in St. Louis, and while my focus was on marketing and business development, my background in healing with my very Latin tune Native American background um, really brings it all together. And most of my training has been done by people that you would call like gurus or people with special abilities that have allowed me to quantifiably break down how each of us has have our own Jedi abilities.
Whoa, that sounds amazing. I think you touched on it a little bit here with your personal story, but what makes you unique that sets you apart from other people that may be in the field?
So what I'm called is a psychic genius, and that allows me to really sense and feel what's happening around me. So I can actually see a person and be like, oh, that's your zone of genius just by having a conversation with them. Or I can have a person that does like energy work or guru work, and I can actually feel on the magnetic field what's happening as it's happening. So I kind of like a human lie detector test where I can tell if something's actually going to work or if it's not. And it really helps with pattern recognition and marketing and sales because just like on a personal level, I can actually see the trends and trajections and forecast what's going to happen based off of human feelings as a whole. So like right now we left the cringe era and we're going into lovey-dovey era, which most people would be like, no, there's no way, but people are going to be falling in love right now in this era. Think like 1960s right now.
Oh, wow. Could you actually explain what a zone of genius is?
Yeah, it's when a person has special abilities that is specifically tailored to them. So, my ability to cold read people, I can read a person's body language, their face, their mannerisms, their micro expressions. And these are names and tools that I learned along the way. But my ability to read a person was something that I was inherently able to do from a young age. And human beings, all human beings have a capability. It's just about figuring out and finding out what that is. And in the entrepreneurial world, as people become business leaders, they call this also their zone of genius. So some people will be really good at selling. Some people will be really good at marketing. Some people are really amazing at getting more people to click on your email and actually select to be registered for an event or something. Each of those individuals have their specific zone of genius that they excel at more than other people. But again, everybody has a capability.
Well, that was really interesting. Thank you so much for sharing. You mentioned a little bit earlier about your intuition, your healing abilities. So I would just like to ask what kind of specific areas of health and wellness do you specialize in?
So, specific areas I specialize in. One of my It's so funny because it's very much like a menu of items, and I probably have like 30 modalities, but the ones that people like the most are in regards to health and wellness specifically.
Yes, or from your clients in general.
So The ones that my clients like the most that pertain to health and wellness are the fascial massages that I do, where I'm actually like able, I actually did one yesterday. Um, if I have an entrepreneur, especially like if men that have like hunched over backs or women that can't like lift anything with the left arm or the right arm, these are specific ailments that are actually blockages in the body. And I can move the meat suit, releasing whatever is blocking you and like having you hunched over. So the client I had yesterday literally got off of the table and was like, "Oh my God, I don't understand why I'm standing straight up," because he had previously had a hunch. And I can do that in one session because it's not just a massage. I'm actually moving the meat suit into place. Um, and face reading and micro expression is one that my entrepreneurial clients really love because I'm not just teaching people how to read faces so that they sell to their clients better. I also read my clients so that when they don't know which way they want to go, I give them more information about themselves so that they feel clearer on their decision making skills. So, like, if a person like myself that has big cheeks, that means I have a lot of heart neurons. But because it's equal balance with logic for me, I need to back up my emotional decisions with logic. And if I'm only making an emotional decision, begin to be squirrely. But I know that about myself, which allows me to make decisions easier. So when my clients come to me and I'm able to give them this information, they leave almost feeling like someone gave them permission to be themselves. And that one's really cool. And then the last, I'd say the third one, well, a part of the micro expression too is when someone is coming to do a presentation, I can actually record them, still frame them, stop it and pause it so that they can actually see the micro expression that's coming out. So sometimes a client will look scared or like, oh, and then I actually can energetically shift it out of them, whether that's using energy shifting stuff or hypnotherapy. We get rid of it right in that moment so that when they come back to presenter mode, they no longer have that micro expression coming out. Those are probably like the top three or four.
That like in the moment fix is actually really cool. I never even thought of like stills for presentations and how your face changes depending on what you're doing.
Yeah, you're either pushing clients away or you're pulling them in. There's like no in between.
Well, that was actually really cool. I mean, based on those things, what are like two or three like tips or techniques you could share to bring about some of these improvements?
So I would probably say this is probably the biggest one that anyone can do. If you are an entrepreneur, it's all about getting to that next level and like that next mountain or that next hill. There's a never ending plethora of hills available to us. But when you are starting to feel doubtful, just repeating, I'm enough, I'm enough, I'm enough, I'm enough, I'm enough, and then doing a gratitude list will energetically shift you out of worry mode and into I can do this mode. Those just by doing I'm enough, a gratitude list, and I'm enough will set you apart from everyone else. If you just do that, you will have more experiences, you will put out more content and more information, and you will reach more people and impact more just by that alone.
Wow, I don't think a lot of people consider how important affirmations are in their lives or day-to-day experiences.
Well, it's like that example. People say like affirmations don't work. I believe in science. Everything that I love energetically and magically comes from science. Like it's backed with science. So when you have the Japanese, I believe it was a Japanese scientist that did the test on the three waters saying like, I love you, I hate you, I don't care about you. The molecules in the water actually change based off of what's being said to it. And I think we're 75 to 80% made up of water and minerals. So what do we think is happening to us? It's water. It's not an affirmation. We are changing the molecules in our own water.
I love that. I'm a huge science nerd, and my master's research is actually in our human-water relationships. So that's like one of my favorite studies. I talk about it all the time. And that actually brings us to the end of our Get to Know the Healer video. Thank you so much for your time. I learned a lot. I hope everyone else learns a lot, and I really appreciate you speaking with me.
Thanks for having me. I had a blast.